Hello, this is Ramen Squad and Mama Ramen. Today, before we start the tutorial, I just want to thank everyone. Can you believe, I've got 167 subscribers. As a Ramen Squad, before starting this manga tutorials, we had about 100 subscribers, and then now, more than 60 of the new members joined. It means a lot to us, and then Yopi, Haru, Daddy Ramen are also really happy about that. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to us. Love you all. Okay, so today I'm gonna do a picture of Yukino-san. So basically, I don't know about this light novel, but I've watched some anime that later on created for this, So it's called My Youth Romantic Comedy is Wrong as I Expected. And in Japanese, we say Oregairu as a short. But, even in Japanese, it's really long title. And it's really cool. So I'd like to do this, main character, heroine, Yukinoshita Yukino. And I absolutely love this angle, and then the, this whole thing. The face is beautiful. So do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this one. And I've got this feeling that probably I might do this in pencil drawing. This is the second time I might be doing this. So let's see how it goes. Let's get started. So first of all, the face area is here. So in this, particular picture, Yukino's kind of looking down, and then chin is up, and then so basically the camera is looking up to her. So I'd like to do that. This kind of archy face. Can you see the horizontal line is archy up like this, and then this is center because it's like 50-50. So that's what we do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do pencil drawing for this particular one. And then the eyes gonna come around here and there. I think I've done this, the pencil drawing before with Uzumaki from One Punch Man or One Punch Man. I think that was the last time. And I'm excited to do this using Yukino today. So one of my, private, tutee, Z, absolutely love Japanese light novels. We call it Lanobe. And he always introduced me new characters, new books. And then often those things are becoming animation or even film later on, so they're really powerful. So it didn't start as a manga, but then so many things are becoming like manga form or anime form afterwards. Okay, so the ear is coming here. So yeah, so because this is kind of archy horizontal line, yeah, so the top of the ear is around here and here. That's why these ear position is lower than these eye positions, yeah. So this is about it. So when I saw Yukino on TV, the animation that I've seen, she's got really like a nice, quiet, deep voice, and then her personality is really cool. I really like her as a character, and it's quite unusual for the main heroine to be that sort of character. And then she forms this Hoshibu, after school club in the high school. And then it's really quiet, and then it's some kind of really only few members type of small love. Yeah, I hope you can, have opportunity to read it or, watch it. Right, and then I'm gonna definitely enjoy drawing her, hair using the pencil later on. Woohoo! So the reason why I chose, pencil drawing for Yukino today, because this particular drawing has, really gentle sensitivity, like, her character herself. And instead of inking, I felt, finishing nicely with the pencil might work with her, personality or this, particular style of drawing. And I think she's got, this butage, right? And then she's got the lovely scarf here, which hides the pointy part of the chin. Yeah, and then we can see the ribbons. I love this like a typical high school girls uniform. I once wore one when I was her age, but yeah, her one is even cuter than my one when I was in high school in Japan. Oops, I misjudged. Okay, so she's got the rucksack here, and then right, so that's something like it. So I don't know what's wrong with the eyes. It lacks the cuteness of her. But anyway, I'm gonna just, so even though I'm not particularly happy with the eyes yet, I'm gonna take out almost all the pencil lines, but kinda, not all the way. Can you see? I am not putting 100% power into this wrist at the moment. So it's ever so gentle. So it doesn't take out the everything. So we can still get back to the lines when we do the stronger lines here and there. So I hope you can see this. So I've got a little, trace of her, yeah. So how can I make her eyes, cuter than this? Maybe I'll go a little bit bigger. That's definitely one thing I can try. And a bit more archy. So now I'm going over all the lines that are more finalized version of it. little bit even smaller. Yes, I think I'm happier with this, right? Okay. That's good. I'm happy. So I'm not really familiar with Ranobe as my private tuti. So yeah, you can tell me probably that is this character anyway related to the Seishun Butayaro? Because somehow a bit of detail in her eyes, the way the person drew the uniform, there's a similarity somehow. Maybe it's not related at all, but I just wanted to mention that here. Maybe I should ask my student when I have his lesson tomorrow, in fact. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this here and there, and then even if you're not doing inking but doing the pencil drawing, same rules apply. Do that most of the times. Do the eyeliner much thicker line than the rest. And also, of course, you can move your drawing any way you want, if that makes you easier to draw some parts. I do that all the time. And flick. If I can finalize this eyes well, everything should be fine, I think. So I'm taking quite a long time, finalizing the eyes. I think so. And I can think. So the middle part is a little bit darker than the other part. And I'm gonna do this. And then using the I'm gonna use the edge of the eraser to erase some part quite sharply. Can you see it's becoming to life? Just doing these bits. Okay, cool. So can you see I'm gonna just make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, so that just doing some taking out the pencil lines make this character's eyes like more shiny. Yes. And then I'm gonna add some shading at the white part as well. And maybe I'm gonna do you know, smudging for that part. Yeah, yay! And so making sure this part is also, you know, tidied up. Cool, right. Right, so I'm gonna start doing that. Hair. I like Yukino's hair. Okay, and then it goes something like okay, and the inside the ear, I'm gonna do some shading as needed. And then the other side, I'm gonna do, oh cute, I love this character, Yukino-chan. Yeah, I'm so glad, you know, I've done this with the pencil today. So the ears a little bit being seen, but not as much. Right. Wow, there's a ribbon. Don't know, is it connected to her hair, I think? Okay. Okay. And how does it finish around here, isn't it? So probably something like this. And something like that. And then a tiny bit of, yeah, loosen hair, boutonniere, at the top, and then I bet this was even a little bit up than I thought. And so this hair goes out of this scarf, but otherwise all the hair goes inside the scarf, and then these hairs gonna be seen here and there, right? Okay, and then now moving on to the scarf part. Right. So the belt goes here, and then the hand goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And going like that. And then the high school sweater, so cute. And then the blazer on top. Perfect. Okay, and then right, so then the ribbon comes here and there, and then the famous Japanese, like, you know, cardi, sweater cardi coming here. That's it. Cool. I think that's pretty much it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my progress. So from top to the chest. So what I'm gonna do is, using the time, you know, remained, I don't know how much time we've got, it coming 24 minutes. So I'm gonna do as much shadings as possible, and I'm gonna use 4B. There are some part of it much darker than HB, so I'm gonna use 4B for some part, like this part. And here, and then at the back a bit, and then perhaps I'm gonna use this 4B around the eyeline as well. Can you see the difference? Once I started to put that, it's much darker, isn't it? It makes the character go, you know, even more like alive. So I love doing that. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna remain her hair, you know, as white as possible, maybe. Even though her hair is towards like in a grayish, I don't know, purplish, it's still not quite dark enough to do a big shading, I think. So I'm gonna do bit by bit of like shading, but not as a whole thing. I'm not gonna do so much of more you do the shading and texture, the whole picture becomes interesting, and then you're gonna enjoy it as well. It's satisfying to me. It's really satisfying. I hope you feel this satisfaction too. Okay, probably I cannot do the actual, you know, like, you know, snow flakes and stuff. Instead I'm gonna do more of the just the shading. And maybe I'll do a little bit of, you know, smudging, and then I'd do a tiny bit of the dark one. Oh, it's so therapeutic. I love it. But of course, you know, I'm doing this in pencils, but of course, you can do inking instead if you like, and of course coloring if you like. It's totally up to you. So probably what I need to do is after finishing the scarf, I will need to do the coloring of blazer, which means, you know, I have to do dark gray or black for that part. Okay. And then I'm gonna take out some part to make this scarf more 3D. Can you see? I've taken out the tiny bit out and it becomes more 3D, I think. So the same thing will happen here. Yeah. And then hatching, and then the smudging. Right, I think I have to move on to blazer. So this is not really a shading, but it's more like, you know, putting the color on, which is the like navy or the black. Okay, and then here as well. Right, and then the red part, I'm gonna do a little bit of coloring. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some part in stronger, you know, 4B lines, so it distinguish which one is what. Okay, and like this. Oh yeah, and then this is also dark blazer part, and this brown part I'm gonna do a cross hatching, and here same garment, so okay. So I'm gonna do using the already quite the dirty fingers, which I love. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of smudging to give this whole hair a tiny bit of, you know, like grayish color. And here. Right, so then what I'm gonna do is taking out, actually maybe should have a tiny bit more. Right, so what I'm gonna do is taking out this thing using this. Woohoo! Can you see? It's ever so slightly, but can you see this line? That, you know, it's just taken out this smudged bit, but it became the light of the hair, shines of the hair, which is lovely, I thought. And okay, and I'm gonna do a tiny bit more shading here and there. I think it's nearly there. And maybe I'll do a tiny bit of line with this. Wow, I'm loving this. More you do this, the whole picture becomes, you know, life, full of life. So basically, yeah, I recommend, you know, how much ever you want, just continue until you're absolutely, like, you know, enjoyed every bits of it, and you feel like, you know, you've done it all. It's done. Yeah, I think that's everything. Woohoo! Yay! I'm so happy. I think I've done quite nice. You know, Yukino-chan, arigato. I really enjoyed drawing you a lot. Yay! Okay, so going back, Yukino from okay, so my romantic comedy is wrong as I expected. Ramen squat. Woohoo! Yay! So going back to the actual picture I used. So this is my outcome. The eyes are a little bit different, but as a whole, I think this is a beautiful drawing. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And Yukino, I loved drawing your hair. Have a lovely everyone. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye-bye.